I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. It's midweek madness, midweek guidance, hump day. How are you doing? How is this week going for you? I hope well. Going well for me. Let's do some tarot. Let's pull some tarot out. Now I'm going to get some cards out for the collective about trauma release, which we're focused on at the moment. But I'll also be giving mini reads, one question readings as well. If you're on here live with me, you can book in for one of those right away and I'll do it for you right away and you can ask anything in them. You'll find a link to book in for one of those one question readings at the top of the live chat. In order to join the live chat and to type things and for them to be seen by everyone else, then you'll need to be a subscriber to my channel. Just subscribe and then you'll need to wait a minute and then you'll be able to type in there as well. But you can book in for one of those one question readings and ask anything. You can ask general guidance. What does my higher self want me to know? Career guidance, love life guidance. You can ask very specific questions as well if you want. I'll do it all. So get yourself booked in. If you're watching the replay, hello. Thank you so much for watching me, and don't forget to click like whether you're on here live or whether you're watching the replay. But replayers, come along live if you can sometime. Would love to see you. But you can also book your one question readings as well, because I'll do your one question readings right at the start of the next live show and then send you the link to the replay. So let's get into it. Is anyone here? Yeah. Is anyone in the room? Pop a message in the live chat there if you are. Let's get some cards out. Oh, and stick around to the end of the show, because if you do, I'll be pulling a card out for everyone from The Secret Manifestation Cards by Rhonda Byrne. Apparently that irritates people when we click our nails on things. Sometimes I'm kind of delighted to trigger people. What is it these days? There's a lot of ego honoring these days going on. People getting triggered. I mean, it's nothing new, right? People getting triggered, people being offended, people being intimidated, all of that kind of thing. It's an ego problem. But these days, and that's always been around, people have always had ego problems, but now people seem to be, instead of taking that spiritual approach of like, I need to not listen to the ego so much. It doesn't really matter whether it doesn't matter to other people whether I'm offended by them or in you know, what was the other one? Intimidated by them. That's on me. That's my ego. That's my ego problem, you know, and dealing with that ourselves. But out there at the moment, and it's probably just because of social media and what we listen to, right? The ones that shout the loudest are not the best people. And so it can make us feel like this is what's going on out there. Hi, Terry. But yeah, all this ego honoring, it's like, no, my ego isn't the problem. It's like everyone else that's the problem, and it's your fault. It's your fault that I'm intimidated. It's your fault that I'm triggered. It's your fault that I'm whatever. Any thoughts on that? Which would suggest that people are turning away from religion, spiritual teachings, that kind of thing, because it is the spiritual teachings that tell us, check your ego. Check your ego out, because it's only hurting you. I mean, I'm not saying that if we're not triggered by something not to look into it. We need to do that, but that is very different to being triggered and then not taking responsibility for it and going, I'm triggered, your fault. You know what I mean? Everyone else needs to be different because I'm triggered. We can't do anything there. We need to take responsibility for ourselves. Anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Let's get some cards out for the collective. How are you, Terry? Are you good? And anyone else that's here? I'm feeling very good. My grounding sheet and mat, they're working great. I'm getting more deep sleep than I usually get. It wasn't unbroken sleep last night, but I still got 8 hours sleep. Well, 7 hours, 59 minutes sleep. And a lot more than usual was deep sleep. So I'm very happy about that. I do like, I find myself gravitating toward my mat, always wanting to have my feet on it, and sitting in bed as well, making sure that when I'm watching my moves, instead of sitting on top of the doona, I am pulling the doona back and sitting on the grounding sheet. I am liking it. I like the way it makes me feel. Brenda Cat likes it too. She likes to be on the mat. Cool. Okay, guys, what do you want us to know? Perhaps it's not about trauma today. Let's see. I do want to help people heal, but also I'm just wondering, you know what? When I first started Be Healing Out, it was psychic readings or helping healers. That's what I did, helping healers. I'm just thinking of changing it up a little bit, you know. My guides want me to focus on trauma healing. I'm doing that. But if Be Healing Tarot was for a specific subset of people, I was thinking like perhaps entrepreneurs, but I don't think that's it. I think it's more healers, right? I could go back to that. That's what it always used to be. All good, Terry. Your daughter and her husband just bought the first house. Oh, that's exciting. Wow. Yeah, that's really exciting. Like this. New adventure, new journey. Step into the unknown. How exciting for them. Starting a new life like that. I love it. I love that this card came out when you said that too. Type that. Awesome. Full. New journey. Stepping into the unknown, being brave and courageous, taking a risk on something. I was up bright and early this morning, and so I've just recorded today's tarot. 2 before this show. And big change, that was 24th, 25th of May. Big change around there too. It's coming. That big change is coming. The Fool, starting something new. And in personal news, somebody who I've been paying less attention to wants to catch up with me tomorrow. Really? Pulling me back in again? What's all of that about? But we'll see. We'll see. I said yes. 4 of Swords. Rest, recuperation. I'm getting so much rest now. Who knew? Grounding sheets. Oh my goodness. Here's the thing with the grounding sheets. I'm going to have to go on about it because it's my new thing. So I've got a grounding mat here under the desk that I've got my feet on. It's plugged into the grounding thing of a socket, of electrical socket. And so it's just a conductive mat plugged into the grounding bit of a socket. And so it just sitting with my foot on it or feet on it if I've not got my legs crossed, has me grounded. Which you're not when you're inside. Concrete, anything man-made, it's not grounded. Sand, dirt, grass, trees, rocks, that's all grounded. Concrete on top of it, no. Tiles on top of concrete on top of it, no. Stone slabs on top of, set into concrete, no, not grounded. So majority of the time we're not grounded. I was only getting my grounding when I was walking on the beach. It's the only time I was taking my shoes off. I was taking my shoes off. I have my shoes off in the home. I have my shoes off by the pool. None of that is grounded. Getting in the pool is not grounded. Getting in the ocean, extremely grounded. And when I got the grounding sheet, I switched onto it. I heard it through a podcast. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get myself a grounding mat and a grounding sheet for the bed. Because it reduces inflammation, all kinds of things, changes your blood, reduces your blood pressure, all kinds of amazing things. I wanted to try it out, and I want to have those benefits all night long, not just when I'm working or when I'm walking on the beach. And the first night's sleep on it was terrible, and I felt changes, and it made me realize I have never slept grounded before, never slept grounded. I've never slept on the bare earth. I might have had a nap on a towel on the beach with my feet on the sand. That is as far as I've gone. I've never slept a night out without a ground sheet underneath me. I've camped, but I've always had a ground sheet underneath me, always a layer of plastic. And to get to 53 years old, and that was the first night I've ever been grounded, is just ridiculous, I think. But So this first night of sleep was terrible. Second night of sleep, I was in bed for 9 hours, 6 minutes, and I slept 9 hours of them. 6 minutes for me to get to sleep, and I was asleep all the way through. I turned over, and I even woke up with a dead arm because I hadn't moved for so long in the morning. Because usually we go through these 90-minute sleep cycles, and you wake up, and then you do the whole cycle again. And when you wake up, you tend to turn over. Did you know that? But yeah, I hadn't even turned over, and so my arm was dead. You know, when you wake up when you've been laying on one side too long. So I'm getting a lot of rest right now, and I'm loving it. The Four of Swords. Starting something new, and we're needing rest to get ourselves there. Clarity. We gain clarity through rest. We need breaks in it. If we just soldier on and keep busy and all of that kind of stuff, it's very difficult to get clarity. Clarity is found when you're on holiday or when you're not doing, when you've got nothing to do that day, as if there's ever a day like that. But we can grant ourselves a day like that. Like yesterday. Like I've been making my one video a day for my other channel, Self-Care Claire. Check that channel out. And I'm committed to doing that, and I recorded my Muay Thai yesterday, but then when I got back and I bought some stuff to cook, and I didn't even feel like doing that either, and I didn't do it as a result, but a storm came over. It hasn't rained for such a long time, and it had rained in the night before, and it rained yesterday, and it was fantastic. And I'm just like, you know, I'm not inspired to make this video, to record myself. I'm like, I don't want to, I've got nothing to talk on. I don't even want to be on camera. I was in my PJs and I was just pottering around doing stuff, giving myself a break. And it's like, but I do want to make a video because, one, I have committed to doing that, but two, I committed to doing it because self-care is about always, not just when you're feeling good, not when I've just got something good to share. Self-care is always, no matter how you're feeling, even if you're feeling, and I wasn't feeling particularly bad, I was just kind of, the storm was making me feel like I want a rest day, and I was taking that rest day. And then it struck me as like, well, that's what I need to put on my video then. And so rather than turning the camera on me, I turned it on the outside and wandered a little bit and chatted just a little bit like that. And then tagged on the Muay Thai training that I'd done in the morning that I did record, and I'd made that into a video for my other channel. It's an interesting process for me. It's almost like journaling, but about self-care. I'm enjoying it. But my point being, we're getting clarity through rest days, and we need to grant ourselves those rest days because it's all too easy. Like I got a whole load of stuff. I was going to make some my veggie mix with lentils and stuff like that. I make it up each week, have it in glass containers in my fridge, and then I'll have it with a fish, or I'll have it with a lamb burger, or whatever protein source. Well, the ingredients just sat there, and I thought, you know what, I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it today. Don't feel like it. And so I didn't. And I do feel clearer today. So if you're starting something new, or if you're ready for something new in your life, take a break. Don't have a Kit Kat. It's just loaded with sugar and junk. Two of Wands. There's a crossroads. You're at a crossroads. Decisions to make, new directions to take. You're going to go left or right. Chance to change here. I knew this wasn't going to be about trauma release today. Knew it. Is it just me and Terry? Seriously. YouTube. Could you show people my channel? The videos, it's ridiculous. I know, there's like so many people get in touch with me saying, I haven't seen your videos for ages, and I'm subscribed, and I've got notifications switched on, and I'm on your Facebook page and all of that, and I've not seen your videos for ages, it's not coming up. It's like, how much do they need to tell social media and YouTube that they want to see me? But sometimes it's just that people don't know how to use YouTube, because you've got your front page kind of thing of what you might like, and that's all algorithm stuff. It's not likely to be on there, but then there's a subscriptions tab, and that's where all the ones that you really want to see are. I use my subscriptions tab more than anything else. Sometimes there'll be something interesting in the main page or whatever on my YouTube. Hey Lisa. But often no, often I need to click the subscriptions tab. be nice if the algorithm worked for me instead of against me. You know, just once in a while, that would be nice, YouTube. YouTube's listening. Two of Wands, we've got a decision to make, a crossroads. Page of Pentacles, the start of new things. And the Page of Pentacles is very much dreaming something up and then creating it. So it feels like new beginnings to me. Hey Nancy, how are you? What else have we got? You know what? I'm going to get some thingies out. Lenormand cards out as well. We've got the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is holding our energy back, and the Chariot when we're pulled in two directions. Okay. So when you're pulled in two directions, in other words, when you're not in alignment, when you haven't got your head clear, when you're not got clarity about a new direction, that's not the time to do it. I talked on it, didn't I? It's a new moon today. In today's tarot, which is a new moon. It's a new moon today. How about that? Planting seeds. And it's at 10:21, so it's in 2 hours' time, the new moon. Planting seeds. So while you're not clear on something, don't plant that seed yet. Talking of plants, this one's doing all right, but the one over there, can you see it? Is it in this video? No, it's not. It's not doing so well. Oh no, I'm going to knock everything over if I do that. It's, I don't know, it just decided to die. So I've got to get some new plants because now I've got two, well, one dying plant in a pot and another empty pot over there. To get some new plants. The dragonflies are out. So many of them out there. They like the rain. We hadn't had rain for so long, for months. It was getting so hot and it was getting quite dry. They actually put a new water tank that's got massive, bigger than I've ever seen water tank, and it was in the driveway and they put it up on the hill there a couple of weeks ago along with another smaller one, and they were putting another one up there yesterday to take in the rain, to take advantage of the rain, to fill up as many tanks as possible while we've got lots of rain. The reservoir is full again to overflowing. It's fantastic, we needed that. So while you're pulled in two directions, hold your energy back. Do not be making decisions or making moves forward. Just bide your time. There's no rush. There's no rush. Stick around to the end because I'll be pulling out a manifestation card, secret manifestation card out for everyone that does. Brucey bonus. Okay. I don't know why I want the Lenormand, but I do. Tell us more about this Lenormand, please. New thing happening. Hey, Teresa. A new thing. Does anyone want a one-question reading? Book yourself in any time. So I'm thinking of, yeah, more gearing my Be Healing, this channel, toward healers. Entrepreneurs, healers. Clover. Good luck. The tree. Community. Or well-being. Which is it? I can't remember. Hang on, let me find out. Still learning the Lenormand. Health. The lush tree exudes health and vitality. This Tree of Life card reminds us that the closer our connections to nature, the more we nurture our physical and spiritual well-being. Grounding. With its roots deep in the earth. Grounding. And its branches reaching for the heavens. I can't, you know, I used to think grounding and I used to think, oh, just doing a visualization. No, you actually need to get outside and put your feet on the earth. So just do a visualization about it. That doesn't ground you. It doesn't help your electrons. It doesn't change your blood. With its roots deep in the earth and its branches reaching for the heavens, the Lenormand tree illustrates the vital connections between the elements and all living things. The tree symbolizes humanity's long-term responsibility for stewardship of the environment. I'm not sure that that's true. The tree, I think that humans are responsible for the environment. Like the environment does just fine. I think we are responsible for our impact on it. And I don't think we do that very well. Some of us. The tree teaches us that actions we take today and the choices we make have long-term ramifications. Okay, so this choice, two ones that we're talking about, it's got long-term ramifications, so let's be thinking on it long and hard. or long and easy. Think on it long and easy. The benefits will be widespread. Oh, when we nurture ourselves and deepen our relationships, the benefits will be widespread. The tree card also refers to longevity, stability, and life cycles. Nice. I'm getting little messages about my grounding stuff now. I had an hour of deep sleep last night. I usually only get about 20 or 30 minutes. That's cool. I would only get like an hour or more if I drank too much alcohol. That gave me more deep sleep. It's meant to wreck your deep sleep, but I think deep sleep is about repairing yourself, so it makes sense that my body would want more deep sleep. And when I'm sick, so pretty much when I'm sick was the only time that I was getting deep sleep, whether I made myself sick with alcohol or whether I was sick with something else. I'm not sick at the moment. And an hour of deep sleep is awesome. So we're lucky, and health, and what else? Health and vitality in relationships, you know. Relationships. It surprises me, you know. Young one, I mean, he's lovely. But he's young. And we have a lot in common, and he's very mature. But he started flirting with someone else, and it's just like, I'm just going to back off right now. Interesting. I had feelings. I was jealous. But I thought, you know, he's not made a move forward, so I won't persist. I'll just let him do his thing. If he wants to play the tourist game, he'll learn. People always do that. They move here, they play the tourist game. And then they learn from it, because the tourists, they leave. You start out a relationship with a tourist, they leave. And so majority of people learn that, and it's like, you don't get into relationships with tourists. You get into relationships with the locals, right? House and home. So I just kind of left it, but then yesterday it's like, can I come and see you on Thursday? He knows that Thursday's my day off, you see. And I said, yes, you can. We'll see. We will see. I've got feelings for him, but my mind overrides it, thinking, no, we're not on the same page, but we do have a lot in common. It's very sensible. He gets up early in the morning. He's not the usual kind of 28-year-old. Clover, why are we lucky? Why are we lucky? It's just the tree mentioned relationships, that's all, and I'm wondering whether it's about relationship for me. Clover, whips. Ooh, whips is about the same old shit coming around again that's hurt us. But we're lucky. Oh, I need to read both of these out. What are you trying to tell us here? Clover. Go and wake up your luck is a Persian proverb. Go and wake up your luck. How do we wake up our luck? How do we get lucky? I know how to get lucky. If we're more in alignment with ourselves, and if we're a good person, you get very lucky. The universe rewards you, even if people don't. The universe does. Have you found that? Go wake up your luck. The Clover card brings a bit of unexpected luck that may arrive as a happy coincidence. Coinkydink. Synchronicity, windfall, favourable twist of fate, chance meeting, or felicitous occurrence. This is the kind of luck that disappears as quickly as it arrives. So waste no time in taking advantage of the moment. When an opportunity like this arises, don't analyse it, utilise it. Interesting. Right, so something's showing up for us. Obviously around a decision. It's an important decision, but we've got to utilise the opportunity. So don't let the opportunity pass by going, oh no, I need to think about this and make a decision on it first. There's something about diving in, but only part way. I mean, diving into the experience to see what it is. The 3-leaf clover is also a sign of harmony between the mind, body, and spirit. That's how you generate your luck. But it's not something you need to do but it's not something you need to do to achieve it. You need only to open your eyes to see it, like the clover that grows right in front of you. Look, synchronicity, harmony, opportunity, felicity. Felicity? What's she got to do with it? Whips. I always feel so great in myself when I've had really good sleep. Does it show? It shows, doesn't it? Whips, repetition of the same thought. I told you it's about the same old shit. Repetition of the same thought or physical action develops into a habit which, repeated frequently enough, becomes an automatic reflex. Norman Vincent Peale said that. This card showing a whip and a birch rod has multiple interpretations, some negative, some positive. Okay, let's hear about the positives. Let's hear about both, but I need to focus more on the positive here because we've got luck out with it, so... Whatever situation being referenced by this card, the lucky situation, things are happening in a repetitive and ongoing manner. Okay. The Whips card we've got to do something different. The Whips card often relates to communication, so may involve arguments, banter, negotiations, prayer, mantras, incessant nagging, criticism or bickering. I know what this is saying for me. You see, I've spent time with him before, but then we don't talk about the things that we need to talk about. And it needs to be different this time. We need to take this opportunity this time and not let it go by and just be just like where we are when we're hanging out together at the gym of just, you know, not talking about it. This card is sometimes interpreted as indicating physical punishment or violence or abuse of power, but its more general meaning is any action that recurs regularly, repeatedly, or ritualistically. So, we're getting a lucky opportunity. You've got to do something differently this time. Don't do what you usually do. Keep away from harmful behaviour, but it's just a repetitive behaviour it's not getting you what you want, or it's not moving you forward. Don't do it again. The tree, health, vitality, relationships, abundance, choices. Abundance is the fish and choices, clear. Abundance, choices. Let's just read choices, even though it's clear. Choices. In the long run, we shape our lives and we shape ourselves. And the choices we make are ultimately our own responsibility. Absolutely. Eleanor Roosevelt said that. Unlike the Mountain card, which offers limited options for finding solutions, the Choices card reveals that you have a multitude of paths to consider. There are many ways through the labyrinth of life decisions. This Choices card illustrates that there are no wrong answers. Even if you find yourself in a corner, the abundance is about choices. There's an abundance of choices is what it's saying. For health, vitality. The Choices card illustrates that there are no wrong answers. Even if you find yourself in a corner, you can always turn around and try another direction. Right, so we've got to take an opportunity and do something differently this time. We've got a load of choices, many options. And it might not work out, but that's cool. At least we'll have done something differently. Though you might feel like you were right back where you started, you now have greater knowledge of the landscape and of your choices. It's like difficult conversations. Have a difficult conversation, at least you'll know where you're at, and then at least you can make a new decision. When we stay in the unknown because we're fearing or intuiting that it's going to be a no, I don't want to ask because I don't know. I don't want to hear a no. I don't want to hear that negative answer. And we stay in the unknown, then we don't have any other options. It's better to know, even though there's a bit of an emotional impact at the time. You now have greater knowledge of the landscape and of your choices because there's lots of choice, you see. Lots of choice. The ladder shows yet another option and a new perspective. Use the many tools and resources available to you to deal with challenges. When the Choices card appears near an ominous card, the outcome is not determined, but you are. Interesting. When the Choices card appears near an ominous card, it's not, but the outcome is not yet determined, but you are. You're determined. Options, decisions, determination, directions, paths, alternatives, crossroads, and it's out with the fish, meaning there's many options. And the house, home. I'm going to read it out. Why have I got the house here? Clouds. Clouds, house and clouds. Let's read the house out first. House. A house is not a home unless it contains food. This Taurus agrees with that. And fire for the mind as well as the body. Yeah, Benjamin Franklin said that. Fire for the mind as well as the body. I can't imagine not having a purpose in life. I've got so much purpose. I've got so much going on. I've got plenty of fire. The house in Lenormand is the card representing your house, your home. That place that means security and stability is a warm, safe place. It's kind of cool this morning. 24 degrees. I'm a little bit chilly. I've got my fingers between my hands. But, you know, the sun's coming up soon. It's been cloudy. I think it is cloudy today because the sun's not shining through yet. But I don't want to turn the air conditioning up because it's going to get stinking hot soon. It's a warm, safe place. It's slightly cool right now. A source of comfort and contentment. Yes. In this card, we see smoke rising up from the chimney, suggesting that someone is home, tending to the hearth, providing a warm welcome to family or visitors. No, everyone can go away. Just as the house is the structure that protects you, it means that you need structure and boundaries in other areas of your life as well. Security, stability, about the home. Clouds. Clouds. This is why we got the home card out. Are you ready? Brace yourself. If it's cloudy and raining, oh, it has been. There are clouds and rain in my soul. It says Jerzy Kosinski. I made it rain. Well, rain's a good thing. It's been very dry. Animals are loving it. I often wonder what happens to frogs, right? It's not rained for months. It starts raining and then within 10 minutes they're like, burr. Burr. I think they're just like dry and crispy in the ground. It starts raining and they just like plump up. They get hydrated again and then they come out and go burr. Because what do they do otherwise? Where are they otherwise? They're everywhere when it's raining. Where are they when it's dry? I want to know. Anyone know about frogs? Clouds. Anyway, I'm distracted. This card shows clouds rising up from a dark coffee cup or tea. Though the cup of tea may be a comforting image, comfort, 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 home, and all of that kind of stuff. The clouds warn that troubles can occur quite suddenly and without warning, like storm clouds appearing in an otherwise pleasant day. Confusion and uncertainty can catch you unaware if your head is in the clouds and you're daydreaming when you should be focused. To attain clarity about an issue, you need to stay mentally grounded, rather than allowing your thoughts to drift away. The cloud image warns you not to become lulled into a false sense of security. You need to pay close attention to whatever situation surrounding the cards indicate, as they'll likely bring formidable changes. Okay, so we've got many options. We've got a house, home, many options. We've got to do something differently this time, but it's going to bring about change. So an opportunity comes up, even though we're not clear on the direction that we're going. This is saying you need to be clear before you plant seeds, yes, but then there'll be an opportunity that will bring clarity if you just do something different in that situation when you do. And it might bring about a multitude of options for you. From this house and clouds, I'm getting, don't let your stability and your security and your comfort zone cloud your vision, cloud your openness. Be open, really, I think is what this is all saying, and take an opportunity and do something differently. It's lucky. It'd be lucky if you don't do the same thing again. And yes, of course, pulled in two directions. Part of you wants to hold your energy back, but we've got to be open. So this reading is not really telling us anything. It's not predicting anything. It's saying do something differently, because at least then you're going to know and you're going to have more options. As a result, don't let your comfort zone stability cloud your vision, because you will be pulled in two directions, says the Chariot card. Part of us will want to do the same thing again that we all always do and not know. So perhaps there's something to ask somebody or put yourself out there in some kind of a way. That is what I've got today. You're all very quiet. What's up with you? Okay. Well, who would like one of the manifestation cards? The Secret Rhonda Byrne. Would you like one? The internet's been good today, has it? You're not complaining about it. Seems like it's good today. It wasn't when I woke up. Because I was trying to watch my today's tarot for the new moon. And it just stop and start. It was terrible at 5:30. Now it's good. I'm going to get myself one out first. Hey, Laura. And of course, if anyone wants a one-question reading, like, as well, book yourself in now, quick. Because we're coming to the end of the show. Connection's been good today. Perhaps they did the microwave upgrade. They said they were going to do it this week. I don't know. Me first. Kindness is a win-win. Interesting. I talked on in today's tarot about win-lose relationships. My guides told me ages ago there's never win-lose relationships, because sometimes we think that, right? We think, oh, I was in this relationship with someone else and they won. I was great with them, but they weren't great with me. It was a win-lose situation. And my guide said, no such thing. It's either win-win or lose-lose. And if you think that someone's winning by having, you know, whatever you did and you lost out, think again. It's often that we are, like, it's just never good for the other person too. If it's out of alignment, it's out of alignment. Cool. Kindness is a win-win. If you think unkind thoughts about someone, you'll experience those unkind thoughts manifested in your life. Unkind thoughts about I'm trying to think all the people. Unkind thoughts about somebody you don't like. Well, there's some people that I don't like, but I don't have unkind thoughts about him. Who else? I don't know. Anyway, if you think unkind thoughts about someone, you'll experience those unkind thoughts manifested in your life. You can't harm another with your thoughts, only harm you. And if you think kind thoughts about others, guess who receives the benefits? You. Cool. Kindness is a win-win. Interesting, that win-win. Win-win. Oh, win-win. My friend Win. He's called Win. all the bags were used yesterday when we got onto bag work, and I just waited. I waited until everyone had got there, because that's what I do. I'm always kind of last because I'm first, because I'm friends with them all, and so I can do an alternative. I can play with one of the people instead. Anyway, I was looking. All the bags were taken up, and it's like, okay, there's no bags left. So I turned to my friend Win, and I'm like, you be my bag. I grabbed him. Oh, it's funny. Win-win. He's my good buddy. Okay, who's Lara? Lara, message for Lara, please. Lara. Your job is you. Your main job is you. Self-care, Claire. You cannot create in other people's lives. You cannot create other people's lives for them. You can't create in other people's lives. It always makes me laugh when people say, I can't manifest for myself, but I'm great at manifesting for other people. It's like, you don't manifest for other people. What are you talking about? They manifest it and you notice it. That's not you. Anyway, silent. You cannot think for them. And if you try to force your opinions on others, you'll only attract the same happening to you. Judgmental people right back at you. So let all others create the lives that they want, and focus your unlimited power on creating the most magnificent life for yourself. Cool. Magnificent life. What would your magnificent life be, Lara? Terry's up next. Tell us, Lara, what would a magnificent life for you be? Terry, here's your card. Terry. Prosperity is your birthright. Here are four simple rules to manifest money. Each day, think more thoughts of abundance than thoughts of lack of money. So to do that, we can just notice and appreciate the abundance that is around us. So much abundance that is around us. You can just like focus on the lack sometimes. It's like, yeah, but I've got no money in my bank account. It's like, yeah, but look at everything around you, even the device that you're watching me on. So much abundance, right? Number 2 is be happy now without the money. In other words, that's not saying like, oh, I'm really happy and I got no money. It's not saying that. It's like, be happy now about the things that you are happy about. Focus more on your happiness now. Hello, Sandonika. So be happy now without the money. Money's not that important. There's other things that are way more important. Be happy about other things in your life. You don't have anything in particular in mind for a fabulous life. More ease. That would be fabulous. Number 3, Terry, is be truly grateful for everything you have now. Appreciation. And that's the abundance thing too, noticing the abundance and everything. And then 4, and again, that is not saying be grateful for the lack of money you've got. It's not saying that. We don't want to do these things about the subject of money itself. 3, be truly grateful for everything you have now. Number 4 is give the best of yourself to others, no matter what. Because we want to pull back. It's when we feel like lack, it's like, oh, I don't want to help anyone at the moment because I'm not getting my stuff, and we get all miserly and mean. And we should do the opposite. We should open up, because stuff happens, right, when we open up. That's you, Terry. Nancy, the sun's coming up. Nancy, the sun is coming up. You can see it. Glowy everywhere, glowy here too. Time for the curtains to be shut a little bit. I'm losing weight at the moment. About 0.2 of a kilogram every single day. With the 200 calorie deficit every day, which I'm doing quite easily. I think sometimes when people try and lose weight, they try and do like 1,000 calorie deficit or something ridiculous. If you just do a little bit, it's easy. You don't get hungry. Sometimes you might get hungry, but it's easier, and you just lose it a little bit by little bit. Okay, Nancy. Focus on the solution, Nancy. When you resist a situation that's manifested, you add more energy and power to it. Now, this is not about saying no to something. You can say no to something cleanly. But when there's an emotional charge about something, that is resistance. It's like, no, I don't want that. Why are you always offering me that? That's resistance. But would you like another cup of coffee? Claire, no, this is enough, thanks. There's no emotional charge behind that, right? When you resist a situation that's manifested, you add more energy and power to it. It is what it is. The event or circumstance can only get bigger. If you manifested it, you don't resist it. It's like, I did this, and I don't like this, but I did this. Because that is the law of the universe. It can only get bigger if you're resisting it. To shrink an unwanted situation, put your energy and power into thoughts of what you want. But also, in a situation like that, to shrink it, that focus on, it is what it is and this too shall pass. You know what I mean? Things don't linger. I mean, they don't stick around. And so just being more open-minded about it, that really helps me. It really helps me. It's really quite cold. Sandanika, do you want a card? There's another one on the table here. I wonder whose it is. Perhaps it's yours, Nancy. Perhaps you got a second card. I'll read it out anyway. Live your dream on the inside first. Or perhaps this is for everybody. Live your dream on the inside first. See it in your mind and feel it in your heart until it feels completely real for you. And then it will manifest in your life. How sweet. Live your dream on the inside first. Nice. I'm going to keep that one out for myself. There we go, everyone. Thank you so much for coming along, and don't forget to click like before you click off, or as you click off. However it works, I don't know. I can't remember how it works. I'm going to make a pick a card read today. In fact, I've already made one. I haven't put it out yet. I'm going to put it out. It is the tarot. Put it out today. After this, right after this show. I'm going to publish that video right after this show. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. And then I'm going to make another one. So check that out. Tarot. And unfortunately, if you pick the crystal, I didn't have my microphone on me. I had it plugged into to be on charge, so it was like behind my computer, and so the sound is terrible just for the crystal. And then it was in the deeper dive for the crystal that I realized I've not got my microphone on. Anyway, I'd already done the reading, so it was too late. So yeah, stick around on my channel because I'm about to publish that pick a card reading, and watch that next if you want. Have a good one, everyone. Let's do this all over again on Friday. Hopefully the internet will be awesome like this again. And any of those one question readings that are booked in from now will be done in Friday's show. Have a good one. Thanks so much for coming along, and I will see you next time.